Welcome to Fort Fritz, your one-stop for news, current events, and all forms of entertainment relating to the supernatural, the paranormal, the 14, and things that go bump in the night. All packaged and presented by Know Nothing Know-It-Alls entertaining the unknown. Hello, for the next hour, we will be your host, Fritz.
Did you put a phaser on your voice right there?
Joined as always by co-host Mandaddy.
Hi.
Kaz.
Well, howdy there.
And Angela.
Hello.
There have been a lot of UFO sightings recently, and some people have said because of the Perseid meteor shower, that's going on for the next couple of weeks. That's why we are getting a lot of UFO sightings.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's going to be going on for a long time. We're passing in the coma of the shower.
Coma shower.
I think it's the coma.
Coma's right. That sounds right.
Like the long tail of a comet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or the corona.
And we are getting a lot of different videos of said UFOs. So let's go ahead and watch this one right here. NBC aired this video, and an astute observer picked up something, well, kind of trailing in the background, right around here. You see a UFO moving through clouds. That was not Melania Trump. And you can talk into the mic.
Look at this dude's hoop game now.
I didn't know if I wanted that on mic. That's what I did.
There's the UFO. Look at that.
Oh, weird.
Right in the middle.
That's definitely not like a descending-y look. Well, I mean,
So
sometimes they travel. Like
This is realradio.fm. Just go there to see this. You see this woman wearing a shirt saying strong, resilient, indigenous.
Tight.
And you see this UFO traveling from one big old white cloud to the next. There it is, just chilling. And this is about...
Look at the hoop guy,
I love
though.
this hoop guy.
I knew you guys were going to focus on the hoop guy.
No, I got a story about an Indian hoop dancer. I'll tell you one day.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
His name was Tiny.
But this guy...
zoom in. Okay, so that was the shot of the indigenous shirt woman was where they saw it initially?
Yeah.
And we're zoomed in right now? Okay.
Yeah, and now we are zoomed in. This is a super slow
Weird.
mo.
It's like translucent.
Yeah. That thing
It
was...
does look like a piece of a cloud that's traveling.
Very ambitious cloud.
Sentient cloud.
Yes. Another good band name.
Sentient
That'd be more of like
cloud.
a stoner kind of band. Like,
Yeah.
what's up, man?
Or
We're
like a
Sentient
Sigur
Cloud.
Rós type
It's
of thing.
Ella's
Yeah.
doom metal band.
We are okay just being our best. So that was a NBC Nightly News, and it was
Weird.
Inequality in America. A UFO just totally happens to wander into the shot, a nice shot, by the way, of a woman just banging her Navajo war drum because COVID-19 is decimating the Navajo Nation right now.
Horrible.
From that, we have more UFO sightings. So this is one. This happened in Argentina. This is wild. So this happened in March, but you will see this is the CCTV footage. Just, again, go to realradio.fm, click blogs, shows, Fort Fritz, and you can see this video. A police officer called this in, and then local CCTV footage was pulled that corroborated exactly what he said he saw, which was this aircraft that looked like it was on fire from re-entry. So let's look at this video. Again, realradio.fm. See, it's
Oh, yeah. No, okay, that's totally a thing.
Streaking across the sky.
Definitely.
That's not a meteor or anything like that.
Yeah, it seems like it's trying to maintain altitude.
Correct.
That is not a bolide. So
Correct.
that would be a meteor, although it's got that kind of like meteor shape.
Right.
It does.
That
yeah.
was flying pretty flat.
And
Like,
then
that was a
like you said,
horizontal.
at one point it looked like there was course correction, like it was dipping and trying to cut back up.
I agree.
Look at this. This is insane. Realradio.fm. It looks like it's burning up, and then
It's pretty like
Keep it up.
sideways right here.
Keep it up.
it cools down right here, and then
Oh.
poof, and then it's gone.
Weird.
Where is
And
that
then
thing?
What was that streak at the end? You saw that?
Yeah,
That's the
looked
thing.
Looked like was that something separate
Coming
or
from
was
the
that
other way.
I don't know
was
what.
that opening up the gateway, like opening up the wormhole?
I don't.
Stargate?
Maybe.
Something.
Maybe they
No,
started.
Stargate's on the ground.
You don't know about stars.
I'm gonna say no. I have no idea though.
It was
No,
like- it was
not
like
a Stargate.
Thor.
Officially not.
It was Thor.
It was Thor.
Totally Thor.
But okay, so check out in the left-hand corner. Look at the time marker. You see the seconds counting by. So this is in real time.
Yeah, it's not slow mo.
So 24, 25.
What
Look,
are these like?
what is-
lights on the side?
what is
What
that?
Yeah, no. What? Like,
things are zipping by.
yeah,
it.
what the hell?
Yeah, there's all types
Very,
of orbs
very
and stuff going on.
Active there.
Argentina, man. What do you guys got going on?
What's going
Argentina,
on?
what up? Argentina's gonna be like, yo, Chile, you see this? What is
This
this?
is like, what is that?
So that is strange.
Cool.
Thoughts?
Spooky.
What is that?
It definitely, like I said, it does look like it's on fire. It could be the Human Torch.
Could
Could
be.
be. You know, I'm not,
Johnny
you know,
Blaze?
Yeah, could be Johnny Blaze. But it definitely, like I said, it doesn't look like it's on a trajectory towards Earth. It's trying to avoid hitting Earth, oddly enough. Usually they just
Yeah.
come smack us right on the ground.
So this is from inexplicata.blogspot.com.
Is that the forbidden dance?
INEXPLICATA.blogspot.com. This is dated August 4th, and the event took place at 11:15 p.m. A strange luminous body in the sky was recorded by security cameras. Again, it goes into the police officer that was nearby and saw it, and then this corroborated that story. Weird stuff. And now, even more stuff. This is from Devon in the UK. A woman said
What
that
up, Devin?
she saw...
Shout out to Dev.
She ended up seeing 4 red lights in the sky. Let's go to that now. She started recording them because she didn't know what they were. And because of that, oh, actually, I think it's right here. Because of that, we have this amazing video. It looks like just white dots. It turns out they were red. So let's see if we can figure out exactly what we see here. Mysterious lights filmed above the River Exe, Exe? How do you pronounce
Where's
that?
this?
This is in Devon, England.
You pronounce it Devon.
Devon.
Probably The shish.
Like Devonshire.
So here it is. Her
Ooh,
recording. You
okay.
see one
I saw
dot
one, yeah.
there, and then you see
Oh.
a little
And they're
triangle
popping.
now. She's zooming in.
Oh.
That one's
Illuminati.
definitely
1,
stationary.
2, and then 3, and they're blinking,
Yeah.
but in
Wow.
they're offset blinking.
And
Yeah.
the fact that like they're so spread out that if that
It's a
is
triangle.
one
That's
structure.
So this is realradio.fm.
Very weird.
Well, any 3, dots can be thought of as a triangle.
No, you don't know that. Oh yeah, prove it.
What if they're in a straight line?
Thank
well,
you.
yeah, they'd have to be in a straight line.
Ah.
Oh, now
But that
you
can be changed
yeah.
with perception.
Okay,
if we're
Fauci,
looking
why
on
don't
a
you get your
sphere.
facts straight?
Whoa. Let's not get we just got really political.
I'm sorry, Jerome Adams, Dr. Burks. What do you want me to say,
Dr. Phil?
Stella Emanuel? Talk about witches.
Oh, yeah.
I'll Dr.
There's
Stella Emanuel all day.
There's a classic human being.
Yeah, anyway. All right, I got a little bit more time left. What do you guys know about electronic voice phenomenon, EVP?
Love it. Creepy,
Yeah?
creepy.
Yeah?
It's always good for like a creepy kind of
There's good ones and there's bad ones. There are good ones where it's just like, see, you said your mother's going to kill you.
Right.
It's like, what?
And then and then
you hear one
really
of those just,
terrifying ones.
There's other ones that are
David.
really super scary.
Yeah.
So
Haunt you.
I actually have a little bit of a recording from an EVP, but let's backtrack a little bit. Back in the 70s, you had George Meek and you had Konstantin Rodive, and they were two best friends, basically, who studied their entire life the EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon. And what that is if you have a microphone, kind of like in this room, we have 4, you turn one on, you hit record, and then you say to whatever is around you, okay, this microphone is on, feel free to speak your case. You can talk to us, to anyone you want. This microphone's on. Then you leave. You come back. 45 minutes. You hit stop, and then you listen. You augment, zoom in, enhance, and then you listen. And there are 2 other ways of getting the EVP, but that's like the most predominantly known. Konstantin Rodive wrote a book saying he studied this his entire life, and they all have a couple of things in common. They will switch up language within the same sentence sometimes going through 6 different languages.
interesting.
So they're almost fishing. If someone hears one word, they can go, okay, I heard
Okay.
hurry.
Couldn't you say it's the reverse, though? That we're just trying to make whatever gibberish it is fit whatever language
Maybe.
we find?
Yes, of course. And then also they all have a kind of disembodied way of talking, very slow and methodical.
Yeah, of course, they're going to have that slow, disembodied thing. It'd be really creepy. It's like, hey, I'm Bob. I'm a dead guy. How you doing in there? Can you hear me?
It's Constantine.
Constantine, it's me. What's up,
Yeah.
dude? I'm dead, brah.
It's nuts.
If you opened up the mics in the studios and you left them open, would you hear eventually, hi, I'm Jim, longtime dead guy, first-time caller?
George Meek ended up outliving Konstantin Rodive by several decades, but in 1974, Konstantin Rodive died. In 1994, George Meek started getting messages from Konstantin Rodive.
No way.
Let's take a listen.
Okay, now that's awesome.
All right, yeah.
Morning, this is George Meek. This is Konstantin Rodive. George, my friend.
George, my friend.
Last, we succeeded in contacting you.
Succeeded in contacting you.
Jeanette is beside me, and she wants to give you all a love. This is Konstantin
Rodive. He repeats himself.
The first contact you get from us. I suppose that
Okay, so
This
thoughts.
is far different than any
That
other
sounds
EVP
fake. What I heard sounded
That
extremely
is
fake.
100% different than any of the other EVP things. Like normally
That was
you're kind of
normal
static and you get this is a person talking.
Yeah.
This was legitimately recorded on a.
Yeah, and this guy's in his 70s.
Oh my god!
As you hear
I'm
more of
like,
it.
no, I'm
It's
shook
very
right now.
disturbing sounding, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like Constantine, you're creeping me out, man.
To build to the States. Mark was connected, and I must interrupt now.
Okay, I hear plosives.
This is George.
Thank you, dear friend. So you may not be able to hear me, but I want to take this occasion to say
Oh.
And then he lost it. So George Meek said, "Thank you, dear friend. And you might not be able to hear me, but I wanted to take this occasion to say, disconnected." That's pretty
Weird.
trippy. Yeah, realradio.fm
Definitely
for
weird.
that one. A message from beyond the grave? Probably not. It could be easily faked. Was it trippy? Totally.
Oh, totally,
Absolutely.
totally.
And did you hear
Very
how
scary.
it was just a repeat? It was a broken message. It was almost like that's all the energy it could get out was like 15
This is
words, and then that's it.
Constantine.
I succeeded in contacting you, and if you should, this is Constantine Road Dive, and then it just stopped. And he was like, "It's good to hear from you."
That's all you get.
That is
Wow.
weird. But
I mean,
anyway,
if it's real, it's the most clear example of that we've seen.
Oh,
ever.
hands down.
Yeah.
But like I could hear like air hitting a mic. I could hear plosives. I could hear,
Yeah, like-
it wasn't a disembodied voice. It was actual air
Person.
hitting a microphone
Right.
that I was hearing. But maybe that's just me.
Maybe like Constantine puffs air when he's ghost transmitting into the mic.
Yeah, with his ghost lungs.
Yeah, he's got ghost lungs.
He's
probably.
ghost puffing, man.
I know about ghost
All right.
lungs.
Well, let's take a little break. Again, realradio.fm if you want to see any of those videos and listen to the dead guy, probably fake on the answering machine.
Argentina.
Are you using the
guys
clap
are cool.
emojis when you do that?
Yep. We're going to take a break.
Yes.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Yeah.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
When your heart kindles fires from each and every one you want.
Hi, and welcome back to Fort Fritz. I am your co-host, Mandaddy. Right over there, we got Fritz.
Well, hello. I didn't see you walk in.
We got Kaz.
Yeah.
And now, with the new freaky animal moment, we have Angela. So what have you discovered out there that has been discovered that we shall now discover?
I wish I had discovered it. That'd be really great to discover
Yeah.
something.
Just to say you did it.
Yeah, right? Well, first, I wanted to get into a little fun fact with y'all.
Okay.
Some word
Words are fun.
information. Yeah. So, the reason that the plural of goose is geese, but the plural of moose is not meese, is because goose derives from an ancient Germanic word undergoing strong declension in the pattern of foot, feet, and tooth teeth, wherein the double O is mutated to double E.
Okay, you're going to have to dumb that down for
Yeah,
our
so
audience.
basically,
Foot, feet.
goose comes from a Germanic word, and like foot and feet, tooth and
Okay.
teeth, the etymology of it, that's how you pluralize those words.
Okay,
That's
nice.
why those words
Those are the rules.
exactly
Okay.
Because of German?
come from Germanic
Okay.
language.
Yeah, okay.
However, moose is a Native American word
Oh.
added to the English lexicon only about 400 years ago, and lacks the etymological reason to be pluralized in that way. Isn't that interesting?
That
Yeah, that is
So
cool.
they're
Thank you.
spelled very similarly, right? And you would be like, "Why?" This is why the
Just
English language is
happenstance.
so crazy because it's just taking in so many different types
It's true.
of languages, and especially over here in America, as we've had a melting pot of people come over.
So moose is a Native American word?
Yes,
Hmm.
isn't that interesting?
So maybe you hit on something that we were just talking about. Maybe that's why ghosts know all the languages, is because when you die, you get access to all your ancestral memory. And since all of our language is composed of different languages, when ghosts talk, it's just amalgamation of different languages.
You get a
just-
built-in Wikipedia.
Boom.
Right? They're just built in like Rosetta Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
They're on it.
That'd be
Yeah,
tight.
they got babblefish in their ears.
Yeah.
Why get Rosetta Stone when you can just die and just get all of it?
It's so
It's
much
the
easier,
best
am I
of
right?
both worlds.
Yeah.
You get to die and you get to learn all the languages. Like, yeah, hell yeah.
Win-win.
Sign me up.
It'd be so great. Bring on the death.
What if we told you hey, you can
Fort
do
Fritz
this
does not
tonight?
endorse death.
No, we do not.
Only in our story episodes.
Yeah, only of our heart of hearts.
Yeah. So on Tuesday, an article on NPR came out of a terror crocodile. So you guys
Dun,
know
dun,
what the
dun.
word dinosaur breaks down to be?
Tyrant lizard.
Those
Thunder lizard.
Tyrannosaurus.
I thought it was terror lizard.
terror lizard.
So this new terror crocodile, or Deinosuchus, is once roamed the earth and preyed on dinosaurs. That's how big it was. It got up to 33 feet long.
Damn.
And it would eat other dinosaurs. It was around during the late Cretaceous period. So that was about 100 million to 60 million years ago.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. They were among the largest crocodilians ever in existence. The anatomy of the Deinosuchus, which was achieved by piecing together various specimens unknown until now, giving a fuller picture of the animal. So until now, the complete animal was
Look
not
at this
known.
thing. That is
It's-
crazy.
I know. The funny thing was, so one of the biggest features of it, as you can see, are the nostrils right there.
Yeah.
On its nose. It has a very pronounced nose.
They're
So
on top like buttholes.
He was sniffy.
Well, that way you can stay
Yeah.
underwater and hunt.
Yeah, he was sniffy.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
You don't know. No one
Everything's
knows
fake.
anything.
Look at his shoulders too, bro. He's like swole.
Yeah, he is swole.
Yeah.
He's mighty swole.
Mighty swole.
He is mighty swole.
University of Iowa. This is my favorite. To be like, how do you choose this as your life? Like, a vertebrate paleontologist.
Yeah.
It's
Tell you
very
specialized.
specific. Like a vertebrate paleontologist, Christopher Broku. The study's co-author said another important realization from the paper is that there were several species of the Deinosuchus that roamed North America between 75 and 82 million years ago. And there were 3 different kinds: Deinosuchus hatchery, Deinosuchus riograndensis. Figure out where that's from, right? And
Rio Grande? Points.
yeah, there you
Nice.
go.
I was going New England. Damn it.
And then Deinosuchus schwimmery lived in the
David
East
Schwimmer.
Was it a
New
friend?
Jersey. So I got really curious. I was like, schwimmery, does it look like David Schwimmer?
A little
It's got
bit.
really
And then
bad
when
hair.
you look at the
oh no!
when I was looking at, but I feel like I had confirmation bias trying to look it up because I was like, it does kind of look like David Schwimmer. And then I did a
Wait a
little more
minute.
digging, and there actually was a professor named David Schwimmer
okay.
that I think they named this crocodile after. Actually, these are.
I wonder if they named his character after him as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I
because-
don't. I wonder because he was a paleontologist.
Right.
Well, David Schwimmer's
Is the actor.
character. Yeah, the
Right.
actor.
Yeah, so
But
I don't know.
Ross was.
That is
No,
so.
no, his parents named him after the eventual fact that he would be a paleontologist. They were
In
just
the
doing the long
show.
game.
Right,
They
exactly.
named him that to get him that role eventually
Oh,
because
and
they
he
were
was
part of the
paleontologist
Illuminati.
in the show. I
He
didn't
was a
think about
paleontologist in the
that.
show.
And kind of nostrily.
Yeah,
Kinda
he is very
nostrily.
nice. Thank you.
That's
He's
what I
very
mean.
nice.
Like when I looked it
I'm
up,
so
I was
glad
like,
someone said that.
maybe it looks like him. When I found pictures of it, I'm like, it kind of does. It kind of does.
You had an interesting day.
I did. Yeah. I learned a lot about
Angel-
myself mostly.
Geese, goose, moose,
Yeah.
and David Schwimmer's nostrils.
This thing was massive.
Huge, and it would
30
eat other eat dinosaurs.
It was 30 feet
33.
long.
33 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at the girth on the tail. He's got a girthy
That's a
tail.
Got a
girthy
girthy
tail.
tail.
Yeah.
So Mandaddy does not like
Thick.
that tail.
I fear girthy
fear
things.
Not a
girth.
fan of the
And
girth?
actually, it's they don't exist anymore. I
Oh,
mean,
thank God.
yeah.
right?
But they were more related to
Lame.
the modern alligator of today
I
than
was gonna
actual
say.
crocodile.
Yeah, that's what I
if
was
that
thinking.
thing existed,
Yes.
it would live here.
Dude, look at that thing. That
If
thing.
it existed now,
Ugh.
it would be here. We would have to contend.
And Savannah would own it.
Oh, yeah.
she would,
Savannah
for
would be, hey, y'all, be riding that thing.
Ooh, if you could ride him though,
Oh, just coming into town?
Man,
on a
it'd be
30-foot
so
gator
good
with
to
big
ride a gator.
swimmer nostrils.
Savannah's like, Savannah's
Her
like,
nostrils flaring.
she's like, a lot of people don't know, but every Deinosuchus has a personality. This one really likes friends. It kind of looks like David Schwimmer. Someone's in the back eating popcorn. I'll be damned. That does look just like David Schwimmer.
That Deinosuchus is charming as hell.
Pivot!
That is amazing.
Yeah, and just to show, I mean, all scientists are very particular about their things. It still looks very similar to modern day
It does,
alligators
yeah.
and crocodiles, but the scientists like to say, like, see, they have evolved over the years. See, they're very different from when back in the times
Yeah.
of the Cretaceous period.
They're
They've
smaller.
changed.
They're
That's
smaller. That's about it.
They're about smaller.
enough.
They,
More
they
efficient.
look very similar. Same thing with horseshoe crabs. Those things have really not changed that
No,
much.
They freak
horseshoe
me
crabs
out,
don't
man.
need to change. They're perfect.
They
That
are.
freaked me out.
That's one of my favorite things about being a Floridian is watching people freak out over gators when they've never been around gators.
Look at this
You know?
skull. There's a skull eating a small kid. That is,
Oh my god,
that is terrifying,
I mean, that skull is definitely bigger than that child.
dude.
that is enormous.
That is crazy.
These things were beasts.
That
Wow.
Schwimmer gator
Massive.
could swallow an entire child whole.
This is realradio.fm.
No
Schwimmer
bites.
Gator
Schwimmergate.
says
Schwimmergate.
Oh god, let's not start that. Of
Schwimmer
all the
Gate.
things.
Then all the members of Friends are actually ancient crocodiles.
God.
Wake up, sheeple.
Oh, that's good.
I'll be eating you.
Yeah, nice.
Because you're eating me too.
All right, that was good.
Are we getting in trouble for copyright?
Yes, of course. Of course. That's why we had the big meeting the other day. I
Oh,
told you guys
sorry.
this.
Damn.
Sorry, just bleeding money.
That is terrifying. Any good news that can come from this? Do you have anything
It
else?
doesn't exist
It's
anymore.
dead.
It's, I
Right?
think the
Thank
good
God.
thing is that there are not alligators that size anymore. There's not mosquitoes the size of Volkswagen Beetles anymore.
Oh god.
That was the thing too.
Spiders and
Was that a thing?
That was the
pretty
thing.
much.
Volkswagen Beetles.
I think at least
Planet,
spiders
bro.
used to be that big.
Oh, maybe spiders, but mosquitoes?
What? Do you have that video of that one that was on the golf course in Florida, like last
Oh,
year,
the big
2 years
terror.
ago?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
That
man.
Oh my
thing
God, yeah.
was dinosaur sized. It didn't make sense to me when I was.
Oh, that's a
watching
big old
it,
gator, man.
right? Like I've seen big gators out
Seen
here,
some
but
big
I've never
gators.
seen anything that large. Like that was frightening.
Yeah, look
that
at
guy.
this thing. Giant gator
He's a
walks
straight
across
up
the floor of the golf
dinosaur.
course.
This is lumbering. If
It
anyone
is.
knows
Oh, yeah,
what
he's a
lumbering
lumber,
is, this is lumbering because that guy just does
So-
not care.
This
thing
is
so
absolutely
big.
lumbering. And
he's so
You
like
love- lumbering.
You could definitely ride this particular
Right?
gator.
you could this thing is maybe a little smaller than a full-grown horse, like $1 million horse.
I
Look
mean,
at that.
the clearance of its belly from the
Right?
ground, like, that
It's like a
thing's
foot
massive.
That
Yeah.
is a straight Jurassic Park theme song.
That
right
will
now, right?
eat
Like,
you.
Look at that.
That is insane.
And he
It's
does
bigger
not
than
care.
the sand
sand pit,
trap.
yeah.
Oh my!
See Chris Pratt chasing after it.
Chris
That
Pratt
is-
don't want none of that.
No.
No, look at that. That guy's definitely from Florida. The guy
Look,
like holding
yeah,
his
look.
phone, chasing after it.
Yeah, he's obviously from Florida because he's holding it vertically.
Right.
He's holding it vertically, filming something that's obviously horizontal.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
That
That's
thing is
Florida AF.
enormous.
Well, thank you very much, Angela.
You're welcome. Now
yeah.
you all know Deinosuchus.
Deinosuchus.
Schwimmery.
Schwimmer.
Schwimmery.
David Schwimmer, alligator dinosaur that thankfully
Gator
is no
Sudokus.
longer.
Gator Sudokus.
I don't.
We don't need any more
Yeah, okay.
Sudokuses and
All right.
Sudokuses. There's enough of them, and they're whatever. They're fine.
All right, let's take a little break. Coming up, Mandaddy's got something to tell us.
Sure, I do.
All right, you're listening to Fritz on the radio.
You know what? Does he really even need to at this point?
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome to Fort Fritz. I'm Fritz, joined as always by co-host Mandaddy,
Hi.
Kez,
Hey.
and Angela.
Hey.
We were talking about some movies tonight, and Mandaddy did not like a couple of movies
Couple
he
movies I did
recently
not
watched. Mandaddy, why didn't you?
They just were not good. I got two movies. One that came out a little bit ago, and so I think it's still video demand. I don't know if it's moved over to Amazon yet,
Title:
and it's called Ad Astra
Ad
Oh, yeah, with Brad Pitt?
Astra.
with Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones.
Hmm.
And so two solid actors,
Sure.
solid actors, big budget movie.
Look at that handsome man.
It's got some. It does have some nice set pieces. Some action set pieces that happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like there's some
But-
filters on some cameras. That's
Oh, yeah.
green. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
a
green.
lot
That's a
of
little
filter,
blue.
a lot of
Yeah.
a
Little
lot of
blue
like
there.
fancy shots,
Uh-huh.
but
Feels
it just
otherworldly.
it just oh
It's pretty.
Really?
just
I've actually heard the opposite about this. So I'm
I
interested to
really
hear
did
what
not
was-
enjoy
what
it.
was wrong with
And one of the, first of all, Brad Pitt's character he's playing is supposed to be a very because his father went off on the first expedition to try to find alien life by going outside our solar system,
Okay.
where the radiation is not background interference won't be as bad. You'll be able to see much further, and he disappeared, and they all presumed he's dead. And now Brad Pitt, he's an astronaut, and then they find out, wait, looks like your dad might be alive. You got to go find your dad.
Right.
Very kind of typical trope.
Yeah.
And
I've seen that film before, as they say in the biz. I don't know if they say that.
And his character, one of the things that even during the most stressful situations is heartbeat doesn't go up above 80 BPM or something like that. And so it just makes for a very dull character.
Robot. Right. Yeah.
He's never really just energetic.
So I was just talking earlier about the Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling, and that would be the same. Well, but I loved that. Like that was part of the coolness of it, that he was just like basically this, deadpan, monotone dude that was going through these extraordinary circumstances, and that was just kind of, you got to experience the thrill of what was going on and understanding that he was kind of the avatar of your experience in that.
Tommy Lee Jones is the father figure to Brad Pitt.
Yes, sir.
Hold up, Tommy Lee Jones is alive.
They kind of look similar. Like, look at that.
I can't.
Tommy Lee Jones over here, right here, and then
Tommy Lee Jones is the dad.
And then look at how,
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
A little smudging.
They did a good job.
They did.
Yeah, no, because Tommy Lee Jones got Tommy Lee Jones nose, and that's not Brad Pitt nose.
Tommy Lee Jones nose. That's the title of the episode.
There is no face like Tommy Lee Jones.
No,
they don't make faces like that anymore.
With that nose, though.
And they can look at you.
It's so
and
powerful.
It's a powerful nose.
Yeah.
He makes you feel disappointed in yourself the way he looks at you.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
You're just like, I'm sorry, Tommy.
Permanent disappointed dad face and nose. Disappointed dad nose.
Resting disappointed
Just
dad
feel
nose.
shame.
Dad nose.
Dad shame. That's a shameful dad nose. Okay, so
And you got to see these exciting things. Just not as much excitement.
Okay.
There was some excitement here. There was some action here and there, but just the payoff was.
where did you see this movie?
When?
Yeah, where?
Where? At my
Netflix,
house.
Hulu.
I saw it on video demand.
Okay.
Video on demand.
So that's like what? Amazon?
You can do it through your cable, or you can do it through your Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, the
It was
Spectrum
offered to me
one,
and I bought it.
Did you really
I
pay
think
money for this?
It's on HBO Max, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think it just got there. Maybe it might have just got there.
Well,
But I really did not like the ending. What'd you say?
That Rotten Tomato score, 84%, looks pretty good.
I was going to say,
I
I've
did
heard
not
the
enjoy it,
exact
man.
opposite
Yeah.
about this movie. So it's
I did
interesting.
not
that you
enjoy it. I
didn't-
thought the ending was depressing, but not in a way that's like, that kind of hits you. It's just more of a. Meh.
So not an Interstellar.
Yeah, well,
Interstellar.
that took you places,
Okay.
and that
Well,
made
it
definitely
that
did.
really made your made you scratch your noodle a
Made you
bit.
think.
Made you think. This does not make you think. And it just, I thought the ending was just depressing. I understand it's like, okay, it's a little different, but I just did not like it. I was one of those movies where kind of found myself looking at my phone too much, which is always a way to gauge movies nowadays. How much is your phone in your hand, and when it was over, I was a little angry. And that's never like why did I keep watching that?
Mandaddy, why were you angry?
Because I kept watching it. It's like I could have made a cake. I could have done anything that would have been more
You should have
productive.
made
than
a
this.
cake, though.
That would have been tasty.
Right? You
Late
knew we
night
were
cake?
meeting up. You
It doesn't
didn't,
matter
make
what
us
kind
any
of cake, Angela. It's
It
a
does
cake.
matter what
Yeah,
kind
it does.
of cake.
PB cake. Remember, PB cake is a thing. You can't like.
Are
you don't have
you
that.
insinuating Mandaddy
Which
would make
cake?
pee cake?
Like the pea
I
in
didn't
it.
make no pee-pee cake.
Kaz is
It would
throwing
be an
back.
Instapot cake if it was going to be anything.
Kaz is,
Yeah, I made
is throwing
Instant Pot
back.
cheesecake. And
Yeah,
it's
of
amazing.
course
Yeah,
you did.
It's awesome. You make it in a little.
You know, I saw
mason
they're like
jars.
70-something bucks now. Like you can get an
Oh,
Instant
yeah.
Pot for like dirt cheap. I'm thinking about getting one. I'm
It's-
gonna cave.
It's in your life, man. Once you get it, it's in your life.
Mandaddy, at Astra, out of 7 Mandaddy beard pulls, how would you rate this movie?
I'd give it 3.6.
Oh, 3.6 out of 7. That is a
That's actually not terrible. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not terrible.
51.42%.
Yeah, so it's like,
That's
I mean,
still-
like I
that's an
said, it's
F.
well made, it's well acted. I just did not it plotted for me. It had pacing issues, and I really did not think the ending was like just.
Hit the
What's-
word count, hit the page limit, and was formatted correctly, but didn't have any content.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you
no
are
flavor.
you are giving this a 3.6, you said?
Yes.
Which is a 51%. 61% of the people who have seen this movie liked it. So you're still around
Oh, okay.
where Mandaddy's got a good gauge on movies.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Finger on the pulse.
Now, having said that, there was a second movie you
Yes,
also
there
did
is.
not like. What was it?
This one, me and Lady Daddy just watched the other night, and this one just came to video on demand. So this is pretty much a new movie, if you will, and it is called The Rental, and it stars
How
Allison.
meta.
yeah.
Nice.
It's just a tale of Airbnbs gone wrong.
Oh,
That's it.
no.
There's
Is
the
it
movie.
really?
Gave it up.
Oh my God.
It's got Alison Brie. It's got the
I
guy.
love Alison
I love her.
Brie.
I love her.
Do you
It's
not like
got-
Alison
No,
Brie?
I
Angela?
love. Why
Okay.
did you do this though?
Exactly.
Well, it's the directorial debut of Dave Franco,
Oh, okay. Well,
who's
interesting.
Everything Boy's brother.
Wow.
Everything
Dave
boys.
Franco?
Yeah.
I thought you said Dave Franco. Like it was like Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Franco.
Dave Franco.
Annie DeFranco.
Annie DeFranco.
So you got Alison Brie. You got the guy who played Lip from Shameless.
Righteous Babe Records. By the way.
Jeremy Allen White, I believe. It is. I'm looking right at it. And it's also got Dan Stevens, who we know as Legion.
I love Dan.
He's amazing.
Stevens.
never
Great
seen it.
actors.
Yeah.
The performances aren't that bad. It's just the movie itself is where here is my my oral review.
Dan Stevens was in the Eurovision Song Contest,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
oh,
so
yes.
good.
He was good in that.
It's
He was good in that.
fantastic.
That's points.
Here's my oral review of us watching The Rental.
Okay, hold on. Let me get some background music. Okay,
Okay.
when you're ready.
Huh? Oh. Oh, okay. Ah. Oh. Huh? Okay.
He's on page 4 of his
That's
notes.
it. That's it. Right there.
That's amazing.
Just the most you get is a huh, and the rest is just a lot of huh. Very just. Literally for the first 20, 25 minutes, nothing happens. Nothing. I mean, nothing happens. We're just looking at each other like, okay, how long? We're just sitting there itching towards the stop button because the character development is nothing. There is no tension built. There is nothing. Just nothing happens. You know something's going to happen. That's the only tension because you know something's supposed to be a horror movie, and so you know there's supposed to be tension, but there is no other actual tension. The only tension is that you know it should be there.
So this is The Rental.
The Rental.
Okay.
And it has no purpose. The ending is like when the ending comes up with a little stinger thing that you're supposed to go but it's more like really I just really thought that movie stank. Really did.
Dude, that was one of the most impactful reviews I think I've ever heard.
Yeah,
You brought me there.
Yeah, it is. It's just literally nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I was bored by this movie.
Yeah, and
just listening to you.
the performances aren't bad.
Kaz.
The performances aren't bad, but the kills are nothing. The shock is nothing.
So
the
there are
ending
kills
is
at
nothing.
least.
Yeah,
People-
there are kills, but
These
they're not,
actors
they're
that
not
you
good
talked about,
kills.
Dan
Wait.
Stevens, Alison Brie, they all die?
Everybody does.
Okay.
Everybody ever seen does.
Spoil the hell out of it, man.
It's just
Is the movie bad or just compared to 2020? Is it just like
No one cares.
Yeah.
that's true.
Just
Yeah.
don't care.
Any
Fine.
horror movie now in 2020 is like,
Whatever.
"Oh, come on, really?
That's all you got?
Hammer to the back of the head. Come
nothing
on.
shocks me
wish.
anymore.
Lucky dude.
Right,
It
exactly.
seemed like it was quick and painless.
Only in my dreams, bro.
2020.
So-
Not as bad as getting hit in the back of the head with a claw hammer.
Okay, so out of 7 Mandaddy beard pulls, what are you giving The Rental?
2.6.
Less than that.
Wow, 2.6.
Get
okay.
popped.
Wait, hold on. I can't do that math. 2.6.
Is there a tomato meter on it?
That is a
Tomato
37%. 37.14.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Is it the tomato meter or the tomato meter?
Tomato meter.
no one says tomato.
meter?
Besides
Tomato.
Tomato
Jackie
meter.
from St. Andrews, because she's
The
British.
tomato.
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 Yeah,
Tomato.
should be the tomato.
So
Hot
you're-
Pepper Incorporated.
Your 37% you just gave it is around the audience score of 45%.
Ooh, okay.
How
10%.
how did the tomato meter score then give it a 74% from critics?
Because
What
critics
about
are
it?
looking into it and be like, oh, well, the milieu and the way they just but if
really
you
the
want to be
post-colonial
entertained, you're not going to find that.
Airbnb.
The audience did not like this movie, and the critics loved it.
It's the Dave Franco fanboys.
Yeah.
Francophiles.
Yeah. Frankie friends.
Franco fans, yeah.
Friends of Frankie.
Friends of Frankie. I want to get a Fort Fritz Friends of Frankie shirt.
Just a picture of.
Frankenstein's monster.
There you
It'll be
go.
something stupid. All right, well, thank you for that. The Rental, not very good.
Not very good.
And the other one was
Ad
Ad
Astra.
Astra, not very good.
I mean, Ad Astra is more of an enjoyable movie because it has more of a spectacle aspect to it when it comes to just being a big budget movie. Rental is definitely low budget and prestige movie because indie with Franco, but not a fan.
Jeez, you hated those
He's been
movies.
busting off that sound effect all night, man.
Yeah, he really has. All right,
It
so Kaz, you've got some gaming news for us?
Correct. News and kind of a review and a
Ooh.
little tidbit.
Nice.
Oh.
News, review, and tidbits.
And tidbits. I'm coming loaded.
All right, we'll be back with a little bit of gaming stuff for you. Thank you very much for listening to us here on Fort Fritz.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to Fort Fritz. And now we're going to go over here to Kaz, because Kaz, he's a bit of a gamer.
A little bit.
He likes the gaming. I love the gaming. Fritz loves the gaming.
I love it.
Angela, not a big gamer. She likes to game.
We're going to get in on it.
Doesn't dig into the gaming like we tend to.
Pretty much just Nintendo 64 Mario Kart.
Oh, okay.
I've got
Boom.
Pac-Man over here.
My
If you want to
If
play
you
that.
want that smoke in Mario Kart, then talk to Angela because she will hand it to you.
So what news, information, and tidbits do you have for us
So
here?
first, quick tidbit right off the bat.
Ooh,
I recently a quick bit. Ooh, thank you, Kaz. Quick bit trademark. Recently watched Almost Heroes again, which is a Matthew Perry, Chris Farley movie. I think it came out late '90s, early 2000s. And I remember like my dad loving it. And it was like this like weird, dad movie that I used to watch. And I love Chris Farley movies, but this one was directed by Christopher Guest. It's a Christopher Guest movie.
Oh.
Really?
And Eugene Levy's in it, and
What?
Christopher Guest is in it, and it's fantastic. And watching it, I'm like, how did I not pick up on that? It's very, for a Chris Farley movie, it's very dry.
Ooh.
It's very kind of like conversationally. And there's Chris Farley-ish moments. He's falling out of trees and fighting things or whatever. But it's
gotta have it.
And I'm pretty sure that was like his last movie. I might be
Beverly Hills
mistaken.
Ninja, I think was the last one.
Was it?
Released? at
I
least.
remember seeing Almost Heroes in the theater,
Ooh.
and he was already dead.
Okay.
So
So
I
it's right around
think
then, yeah.
it might have been the last posthumously released one.
Wow.
And yeah, it
Which
was
means after
watching
death.
it again. Several moments, as you know, I watched it as a younger and got a kick out of it, and now watching it again, I was laughing, several times throughout. So solid. Let's give it a 5.9.
5.9
Okay.
out
Good.
of 7.
Good.
All right, so that's
That's a good
hand
one.
flourish to go with that. I like that.
that is an 84.28.
Yeah, solid. I would give it an 84. I feel like it's a
Platform?
solid 84. HBO Max.
Oh,
Okay.
I've been banging through on that. Like that.
it's
thing-
got some content.
The only thing that sucks is their Adult Swim like library or collection is literally like Space Ghost Coast to Ghost, which I ran through immediately, and they have
Bring it on home.
oh
Yeah.
god, it's fantastic. I forgot how cool it was. And then Home Movies, which is my
Home
favorite
Movies is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
cartoon series of all time. Coach McGurk, we've talked about this, is basically my dad. It's like my father figure growing up was like Coach
Your dad
McGurk.
was really squiggly.
Maybe it just had like a weird, like I had seizures a lot when I was a kid, so I was like,
Wait a
on the
minute,
bench
did
with
your dad have a Chiquita banana tattoo on his chest?
that. Nice, good reference.
Promise not to laugh, Brendan.
So yeah, watch that stuff. But even more so, I finished it recently, but Fritz and I both were playing The Last of Us 2 on PlayStation, and at least
So good.
we've agreed that, and I'm not sure if you guys have already talked about this.
Nope.
like, you
It's the
haven't
best
done it yet.
game ever.
It is 100%
Thank you.
the best piece of media that I've consumed in the last 5-10 years.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Hey, haters,
And I've
where
read
you
some
at?
great books. I've
Hyperbolic
read,
at all?
No, I've read some great books, watched some great movies, played some
incredible.
great video games. It's everything. It's a tearjerker, it's action, it's horror, the immersiveness of having to actually, traverse these areas as, whatever, like an computer digital avatar person, but you get more out of it. Like reading, you can kind of imagine. Watching a movie, you're viewing this person, these like specific scenes, but in actually having to control and fail and then ultimately succeed to like, push the story along. And, not to give anything away, but it is hands down the greatest video game story that has ever been put out.
Thank you. This character, by the way, Abby, she's my favorite character on the entire game, and her story is so impactful. It's
amazing.
It's an incredible game.
By
And
impactful,
she's-
it means she's carrying a crowbar.
She
Yeah.
That's fairly impactful.
Are you going to go over there and tell us you can't have that
As
crowbar?
soon-
Look at those shoulders.
as soon as you see her, and
I like
she's
her outfit.
she is modeled after a CrossFitter. The CrossFitter's name is Colleen Frotch, and she is just jacked. And this character, how many other female antagonists do you see that are jacked?
This has been one of my arguments for a long
They are
time. Is
prepared to
exactly
just
Lara Croft,
take you
whatever
down.
Bayonetta. It's all these like very like svelte, like
that's my next show, by the
tiny
way.
women or whatever. I was like, we need like a beefy, like
Yep.
I'm scared of this chick.
Red Sonja.
Like female. What?
Red Sonja.
She wasn't Abby beefy.
She was tall, big.
This chick is beefy. So there's like even a scene. There's even a scene at one point where like she's kind of like in an emotional kind of argument with a dude, and then he kind of tries to brush past her, and she like pins him up against the wall, and he's like tries to just man up on her, and she just repins him up against the wall, and she's all like
it's just, cool.
She's like it's just like a badass action chick.
So Gamergate must love her.
So that's exactly it. Well, no, like it's the entire campaign to tank the ratings on this thing has basically been around the fact that like the main character is a lesbian. It focuses around the two protagonists, or the two main characters of the story are women, and it seems like there's a lot of kind of, well, why is this liberal whatever media trying to like come and take my video games away, and it is one of the greatest stories I think I've ever and the fact that and like again it's going to be tough to not be able to like give stuff away about
straight up. It's a better game than the first one. And Mandaddy, you recently finished that one because I bought it for you.
Yes,
it was like
did,
$9 used, and
only got $5 the next day.
And you,
but next day. Because he puts it on easy mode and bangs through.
Yeah, he does. Last of Us, Last of Us 1, an incredible game. If you haven't played it, it's like a novel. This game is the better game.
100%.
Well, it's on the next platform too.
It's
so you
incredible.
have so much more possibilities.
Beyond the fact that it's prettier, plays better, is smoother, and all the little nuancy stuff like the accessibility, all the stuff you can literally customize this game to play the way you want it to. Like if you want to just play it like it's a story, you don't really have to like sneak around and do anything. You can kind of just move through. They make it easy for you to make it easy for yourself, or make it harder for yourself based on all the little things.
Oh, like easy mode.
Yeah, you can make a super easy mode. You can have your own customizable super easy Mandaddy mode where it's just basically nothing, even like everything kind of like guides you.
Easy mode when we walk out of the studio, brother.
So
all right, okay, everyone settle down.
I'm not even gonna wait for the end to tell you. 7 out of 7.
7
Fantastic.
out of 7.
This was a perfect experience. Straight up, it was. How
many hours do you think?
I think Fritz, you said you were about 42. I think that was probably about what I put into it. Maybe I took a lot of time kind of wandering around and like looking at stuff. So
yeah. I put 42 hours into it, and I only missed 2 collectible items because it's one story, so replay value isn't that great, but I immediately turned right back around and started playing it again.
So yesterday they released an update for it, actually, that adds some additional stuff, a couple of extra more difficult game modes where they added permadeath. So if you die, you got to restart the game.
Oh.
And a lot of like HUD, editable stuff, so you don't get to know how much ammo you have. You got to kind of figure it out on the fly, and also a really cool bank of filters that you can play the game through that from normal picture filters, sepia, warm, cool, all that stuff, but then also like straight up retro 8-bit,
and also hand drawn so you can definitely it'd be interesting to see some of the different scenes and how those look under these filters. But again, they didn't add multiplayer, which I complained about in the first one as being kind of tone deaf because the game was so serious, the tone was so somber, and then in the multiplayer it was like you were brutally murdering these people who were just trying to feed their their group of survivors on their end, and it just felt weird. It was like a weird capture the flag, and then you're like stomping some dude to death over like and I'm like, we can work together. We're not aliens or zombie infected people. We should be working together.
Life is a zero-sum game, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this right here is the actual motion capture for the Ellie movement. That's Ashley Johnson on the left, and that's Ellie's character rendering on the right. Look at that.
Mocap is so cool.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, that's neat.
It was incredible. The scenes in that
they're all acted out. It's a
dramatic
movie.
Scenes. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I feel like both of you guys need to eventually at some point play through it because it's amazing.
Abby though. Okay, so 7 out of 7.
100%. And halfway through, I was like, all right, this is probably one of the better games I played. Getting close to the end, I'm like, hands down. Metal Gear Solid, the series, got pooped on by this game because it hit several different genres. Resident Evil, kind of survival horror, sneaking around, kind of stealth action games, and did them better than any other iteration of any of those games that have come out. So this is a better Resident Evil than Resident Evil. It's a better sneaking around game than Metal Gear Solid.
This is Last of Us 2.
Correct.
You think this is a slam dunk on anything Hideo Kojima has done?
Oh my God, dude. He's got so much to answer for. After Death Stranding, I want to puke.
Wow.
Drugs on the doll where he hurt you.
Right here.
In my brain
right
holes.
Here in the thinky box. So yeah, it's amazing. If you get a chance to play it, please do. Check out the update if you're gonna do some replayability. Also, they added like cheats so you can give yourself infinite ammo or one-shot kills and stuff.
I'm gonna punch you.
Nice.
I saw that coming before you even
that
thought
was
it.
Sick.
Man,
I didn't even go there. Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, an amazing experience. Please check it out. Definitely 7 out of 7.
Amazing. That's my next shirt, anyway.
You gonna get that tank top?
I want that tank top.
Right?
Thank you.
That's because it's stained with the blood of her enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
As all good tank tops are.
As all women should wear.
Well, it's better the blood of your enemies on your own. Come on, let's face it. I remember when I came home one time as a kid, I busted my skull open. I had to get stitches. And I came home, and my dad grabbed my hands and went, oh, and washed my hands furiously. And he's like, what's going on? They looked up and sees the blood spurting out of my head.
Oh, my God.
He thought I hurt my hands really bad. He didn't look at my head.
Oh, jeez.
So right now, I believe it is time for us to do the checkout.
I knew I was going to do that. Yes, it is.
And this is where we tell you little things that we think you should check out. So, Fritzy, what would you like the people to check out?
I am really digging old 9 Inch Nails for whatever reason. And Pretty Hate Machine, go back and re-listen to that one. Like,
oh, yeah.
Listen to it like you're listening to it from the machine that Trent Reznor hauled into the copyright office after burying it in his backyard. Like it's really it's frightening. There's elements to it that are really terrorizing.
And just it's such a one artist vision.
Yeah,
that was him doing it and everything, and this is Trent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. 9 Inch Nails.
Trent. Awesome.
Nice.
Angela, what do you think the people should be checking out?
I think people should be checking on their teacher friends.
Yes.
That's a good call.
Right now, school is starting.
Good
Things are a
on
little
you.
insane with COVID, and there's lots of different versions of school going on, and everyone picked different things. Be there for the parents, be there for the kids, be there for your teachers. Ask how you can help. I don't care what side you're on with anything. This is rough on anybody, so
it is.
Check on your teachers.
Nice.
Kazzy, what would you like us to check out?
Along similar vein, I would say, I was going to say this earlier, small business, small venues. Like Uncle Lou's is selling shirts right now, and he's selling to-go beer. And St. Andrews, obviously, we hang out up there, and they are, looking for your business as well. So definitely go check out Will's Pub. Indies, is Indies even open? Or are they
it's mostly it's Total Wills now. It's called Total Wills, where he does package from 2 to 10, and he also has a merch store open online with a lot of cool T-shirts and socks and stuff like that.
That's been one of the cool things about this is the merch quality skyrocketed. Everybody's like, we got to sell merch, and merch got cool.
Yeah.
Merch
cool
has always
to have
been cool.
local merch anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely go see your local business friends and help them out because it's getting weird out there.
And what about you, Mandaddy?
I normally tell you to check out my trivia online, but we'll see because I got banned from Facebook for 30 days.
Oh, man. So you want to use mine?
Hey, well, maybe I'll do it live from Kaz's trivia, live from Kaz's place.
Update next week. So Kaz is now banned from Facebook.
But just check out on your friends, check out on everybody. Just check out everything you can because it's getting so hard. It's just getting difficult just being so cooped up. And the absolute tension and fear and unknowing and this whole election cycle. The best I can think is check out your backyard. Like, check out a tree. Check out a babbling brook somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
Because right now, things are amping up and they're gonna get crazy. And especially when winter hits, it's... Just strap in, kids. So just check out some calmness if you can find some calmness.
Yeah.
Find that within yourself or outside in the world.
I like that.
Get outside your house somewhere and be safe.
Well said, Mandaddy.
Thank you very much. So that is us. That's what we do. We hope you do what you do as safely as possible. Thank you very much for listening to us. We are Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Until next time, pleasant dreams.